So I was reflecting recently about the role of force in my upbringing. I think what brought it up was like I've just been noticing a lot in my partner. Like I have a male partner, that he uses force a lot to get simple things done that force is really not required. Like he's trying to fix something, like a household thing, and he'll like just jam his hand like really hard into something, and it's just like not needed at all usually. I mean, sometimes you do need like brute force, in some matters, and um, you know, but it's kind of rare, if you really, well, from my point of view, because that's not really a tool that's available to me and stuff so much. So but is it so needed, Like I feel like it's really not. Most things don't really require like brutal force or excessive force, You can negotiate things. You can slow down and be careful. You can strategize around stuff. So I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. But I was thinking about like my whole childhood and how lately I've been sort of like catching myself forcing myself to, in particular, not so much, like how my partner does, but like how it manifests in me is like the kind of amount of, force that I apply to myself and in these sort of like daily situations, such as going to bed, going to sleep, or whatever. It's just like if I have, issues sleeping. So if I can't sleep, I will like basically force myself, you could say, to stay in bed when I'm like basically torturing myself. There's like no reason at all for me to stay in bed. Not sleeping, it would be actually like hugely helpful to get out of bed and do something else or just sit and read elsewhere, whatever, but I don't do it because I'm like, no, you gotta stay here. It's like, it's not so explicit, but it's like that my voice in my head says that, but that's what ends up happening. So, actions are the way that this kind of element speaks, in my system. So, there's that. There's just kind of there's other examples too. I just kind of feel like I like will rush around and just kind of make situations like unpleasant and like rushed or um get really impatient with things and stuff, and it's just super unnecessary because nothing really needs to be that fast, and I can take my time doing things and I can plan better so I don't have to rush. Yet I'm rushing around so much that I think that kind of correlates to like a force, like forcing myself to, do like kind of put myself in uncomfortable situations like that, or like, inconvenient situations and stuff. So anyway, just another fun aspect of growing up in like a shitty authoritarian dysfunctional family where no one's really in touch with themselves, and so there comes force again, you know what I mean? It's like when no one really has that sort of intrinsic, love, if you will, for one another because they can't feel it, because they never could feel it, because their parents couldn't feel it, and so on and so forth. Then what do you have instead of that? Well, you have obligation. And what's obligation? Well, that's force. So there's the connection there too. We're a family, therefore we love each other. It doesn't matter if I raped you, abused you, or neglected you, or, failed to nurture you in various ways. Like, we're family and that's it, and we love each other, and we're gonna stay together forever because guess what? I birthed you, or whatever. So I own you. That's really how a lot of people think, or they feel entitled to being taken care of in their old age and stuff like that. Which I get it because being old is fucking scary and no one wants to like die alone, quote unquote, or be in some fucked up hospital all by themselves. But I mean, ugh, anyway, it's a tough issue. I get it on all sides, but at the same time, no one has the right to create new people just to enslave them into serving them. It's fucked. All right.